Hi everyone. Today I am going to discuss a simple newspaper article. Reading newspapers is a very good way of improving your English. In this video, I am going to guide you how to understand an article in English. To improve your English, you can analyze newspaper articles in English. At the beginning, this will be a difficult task, but you have to continue this. Finally, you will be okay. This is the article that I have selected. Salt barrier across Nilvala River to be removed. Madhur District Secretary Y. Vikramasiri had a special discussion on the removal of the salt barrier built across the Nilvala River to drain the water quickly when the Nilvala River is overflowing yesterday. Refer to the new words here. Salt barrier, across, remove, secretary, discussion, drain, overflowing. So we'll try to find out the meaning of the new words in English. Barrier. This is a noun. The meaning of the word is an object like a fence that prevents people from moving forward from one place to another. We can use this word like this. The crowd had to stand behind barriers. Show your ticket at the barrier. The car crashed into the safety barrier and burst into flames. Second meaning, a problem, rule or situation that prevents somebody from doing something or that makes something impossible. Examples, the removal of trade barriers. The world of Disney is a magical experience that knows no age barriers. Barrier to something. Lack of confidence is a psychological barrier to success. Cost should not be a barrier to the use of legal services. Third meaning, something that exists between one thing or person and another and keeps them separate. The Yangtze River is a natural barrier to the northeast. The language barrier. When people cannot communicate because of they do not speak the same language. Barrier against something. Ozone is the Earth's barrier against ultraviolet radiation. Next word is across. That means from one side to the other side. Example, it's too wide. We can't swim across. The yard measures about 50 feet across. Second meaning, in a particular direction, towards or at somebody or something. When my name was called, he looked across at me. Next word, secretary. It's a noun. A person who works in an office, working for another person, dealing with letters and telephone calls, typing, keeping records, arranging meetings with people, etc. A legal secretary. A medical secretary. Please contact my secretary to make an appointment. We can use the term private secretary. If a person has a special secretary, that person needs the private secretary. Discussion. It's a noun. The process of discussing somebody, something, a conversation about somebody or something. A topic or subject for a discussion. After a considerable discussion, they decided to accept our offer. The plans have been under discussion for a year now. Discussions are still taking place between the two leaders. discussion with somebody, about on somebody or something. We had a discussion with them about the differences between Britain and the US. A lively discussion followed about whether he should be allowed to join the club. Next word, drain. It's a verb. Drain something. To make something empty or dry by removing all the liquid from it. To become empty or dry in this way. Examples: the marshes have been drained. You will need to drain the central heating system before you replace the radiator. The swimming pool drains very slowly. Leave the dishes to drain. Overflow. It's a verb. To be so full that the contents go over the sides. The bath is overflowing. Overflow with something. Plates overflowed with party food. Her heart overflowed with love. Overflow something. The river overflowed its banks. Second meaning, overflow with something, of a place, to have too many people in it. The streets were overflowing with the crowds. The hospitals are filled to overflowing with patients. Overflow into something, overflow something. To spread beyond the limits of a place or container that is too full. The meeting overflowed into the street. As a learning activity, to improve your English, you can analyze a newspaper article. Then the very first thing that you have to do is read the selected article. Then after that, write down the article and underline the new words or difficult words. Then after that, find the meaning of the new words in English. For this activity, you can use the suitable English dictionary. That is the best way of finding the meaning of new words to improve English. Then after that, you can read the article again. Then I think you can easily understand the newspaper article. Now this article is a salt barrier across Nilvala River to be removed. A salt barrier has been constructed across the Nilvala River earlier. Now due to the flood situation at the Mathura district, now they are going to remove this salt barrier. Mathura district secretary Y. Vikramasiri had a special discussion on the removal of the salt barrier built across the Nilvala River to drain the water quickly when the Nilvala River is overflowing yesterday. That means this discussion was held yesterday to talk about the removal of the salt barrier built across the Nilvala River. After removing the salt barrier, overflowing water can be drained into the sea easily. We'll meet again to discuss another article. You can subscribe my channel. Thank you.